Just
No, that's good. It's good.
no, I'm just saying like
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Random Fandom. I'm your host, Ravenwood, and
I'm your
here's
other host, Dominic Rex. Welcome
yeah.
back to Random Fandom. And today we're going to be talking about Indiana Jones
Welcome
and
to
the Dial of Destiny.
welcome to episode 16. You dialed the wrong number.
That's the wrong number.
Okay.
All right, so
It's late.
this is a late one, but we had to find it which we could watch the movie, and
It's
once we were able to,
2 hours.
it's 2 hours.
2 hours and
56.
36. No, it was 2 hours total. 2 hours and about 36 minutes.
Yeah, but the entire time, including credits,
No.
is 57. So in
Well,
total, there
no.
were 2 hours 57 minutes, but
No,
we didn't
well-
bother to watch all the credits. So,
I think whatever.
I'm just saying, if you want to, you can go back, check Hulu. You can see the runtime for yourself.
Yeah, I'll Google it right now. Google's up right.
All right. I'm just saying, it's said on Disney Plus that the runtime in total is 2 hours 57. Okay, so we'll cover this the way we've covered the previous 4 Indiana Jones movies.
I was right. Well, no, it was slightly wrong, but it's 2 hours and 34 minutes. 154 minutes total.
Is that including credits?
No, it's just yes, it's including the end credits.
Okay. Maybe I misread something.
Well, anyways,
I mean, it was on a tiny.
It was a
thing.
pretty long.
It was. I don't know. Is it the longest Indiana Jones movie?
Let me look it up.
Oh my goodness. But a lot.
This makes it the longest film in the entire Indiana Jones franchise by a wide margin.
Well,
they should definitely cut things out of it.
No, not a director's cut.
Yeah,
that's kind of what took the fun out of Lord of the Rings, was all the director's cuts they made. And let me just get past this one thing. So, as you can probably tell by the thumbnail this clown uploaded, we are going to be giving our honest thoughts on this film. Now, before we watch this film, Ravenwood here dreaded watching it. He probably mentioned this in one of our previous streams. He did not want to watch it whatsoever.
I've heard a spoiler, and I was like, "Oh no, I don't want to hear a spoiler about Indiana Jones." And it was Twitter, and it was like it was everywhere, and I couldn't avoid it. And I tried everything, I still couldn't avoid it. Hey, do you know that feature that says like, "Oh, just block out certain words or whatever"?
Yeah,
no, Twitter is like so. The people on Twitter are like, "Hey, let's just post." Let's just post
now, isn't it?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, let's just post clips. Oh, I'm hitching.
No, come on. Get off that table.
Okay.
Our cat's in the background.
Okay.
She's just be doing
so
things.
what would happen is that people on Twitter would like purposely get away or get around the whole please don't spoil me, right, thing. And I would just see something out of context, right? This happens with every new movie. So I end up, if there's a movie, I'm hitching.
It's how I found out a few things about Jurassic World Rebirth ahead of time.
But like you can mute certain words, it doesn't matter. You can block certain words, doesn't matter. You can block certain people temporarily, doesn't matter. Everyone has ways of like just posting whatever, and the way to get around people blocking the both the screen here and the camera. It was like hitching and pitching. Anyways, and
what?
Hitching and pitching.
Okay.
Anyways, it was just kind of slow, and the frames were, it was like picking up very slow frames. Anyways, so what was I gonna? Oh yeah, sorry. With okay, sorry. With like not just Indiana Jones 5, but like people get around the feature by just not saying what's in the content of the video or whatever. That's how they do it, and I would fall for it by accident.
You're not.
And so like it's a waste of time. You might as well just delete Twitter altogether. That's still the
because the spoilers get everywhere. But we're not here to complain about Twitter or X or, social media platforms and how they spoil things.
But like, so I did had my worries about it because of the fact of what I was spoiled by it, right?
And I will admit, I had my reservations at first as well, because I too saw some spoilers in the film.
Not from the film, but just like
spoilers about the film. Spoilers about the film that made me hesitant. I was like,
hold on, let me go check on the cat. She fell between the couch.
Oh no, Luna! She's always getting into mischief. Oh my goodness. Oh, there she goes. Hey. Oh my goodness. Linda, you love Miss Green.
She attacked me, Chad. She attacked me.
And now she's sitting in the red chair. That's actually kind of cute. You done?
I tried to save her and she attacked me.
I don't know. That's nothing. This is what she's done.
She's nicer to me, but she's cruel to you.
Kids think there's no respect for the parents. Anyway. But I had my reservations. About Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny as well. And it was all because of spoilers. And a lot of them I managed to avoid safely because I just would scroll up real quick and just avoid most. But there was always one that would slip between your defenses.
And your curiosity just holds on.
Yeah. And so naturally, we just held off at Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And that was it. Like, why else would we watch Well, we eventually decided it was time to rip the Band-Aid off and see for ourselves whether this was a good Indiana Jones movie or not.
And we were right. It was worse. It was way worse.
Oh God, no.
Okay, no.
In all seriousness, though,
we do have
some honest thoughts. But real quick, let's cover the basic synopsis, the basic overview of this film.
Let's do that real quick. I want to say one thing.
Let's give our thoughts after this.
No, I want to say one thing as to why we're hesitant to watch Indiana Jones.
Sure.
Disney.
When
we watched all 3 episodes of the sequels, and when we were disappointed by each and every single one of them, like it was just this one, like okay, fine. The first sequel was like okay, fine.
Are you talking about the Star Wars?
Yeah, the Star Wars sequels. Oh yeah, the first one. It's fine.
It was all right. The Force Awakens,
there's some hiccups.
Decent.
There were some hiccups.
The
second one, more annoying. It divided. It did something that were brave. A lot liked it for like how bold choices here, but then there were some moments where I didn't like that. Well, I didn't like this. I also didn't like that.
They explored some things about the Force that were interesting, like from old canon and whatnot. Some experimenting around, but this one film, I think it's single. That's The Last Jedi. This one, fan base community sequel,
and then both sides gave up on the sequels, like at the finale.
Both sides gave up after Rise of Skywalker.
No, there was some outliers here or there, or that would hold on to. They were like
there was just no saving Rise of Skywalker. But yeah, after Disney and Kathleen Kennedy pretty much ruined the sequels for Star Wars, we were less than optimistic how they would handle a sequel to Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, or just a sequel to any of our childhood franchises in general. Thankfully, Disney does not own Comcast and Universal yet, so they have yet to ruin Jurassic Park for me, and I hope they never get the license to that. If they do, I am going to be so upset. But I will say this. We were not hopeful regarding this sequel because we thought Disney was going to somehow ruin it like they did the Star Wars sequels. And whether or not we were right about that, we'll get to in a little bit. For now, let us talk about the overview for this movie. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is pretty much a movie that takes place over the course of 3 different time periods. And the movie opens up in the late stages of World War II, where it shows a younger Indiana Jones in an adventure with a colleague of his, searching for the spear tip of Longinus, which is supposedly the spear that belonged to the Roman soldier that pierced the body of Christ.
They should make a movie about that. I'm just saying, like, what if they actually find the actual spear?
Yeah, and it turned out that spear they were looking for was it was an imitation. So,
and many things on the plane were fake.
Pretty much everything on that train were
plane.
It was a train.
No, it was a train.
They were trained. What the hell?
I'm sorry. It's such a long movie. I forgot which part of the movie was.
We're talking about the beginning.
Yeah, I know.
But everything on that Nazi train, the train taking those Nazi troops.
I'm sorry. Just imagine like it's like
Berlin.
It's just no.
They were taking them back to the Führer in Berlin.
Yeah. Well, regardless. But like, I just thought,
please let me finish.
I just think it's funny that like it's like a Nazi train, and all of a sudden it's like it's a Thompson train. Like this is like an evil train.
No. But
I could totally see a skit of like Thomas the Train, but like not Thomas the Train himself, but like the train has its own like face. We already have Diesel Bluto, okay? But yes, Indiana Jones and his colleague find out that everything on the train is an imitation of sorts, all except one thing. Half of Archimedes' dial, the dial of Archimedes. There is the main villain of this film in his younger years is trying to convince his commander of the importance of this dial, but it falls on skeptically ignorant ears as this Nazi commander is more
more worried about bringing something intact to his viewer, not only half of a relic. But Indiana Jones and his partner, they step in. There's a big old train action fighting scene over the dial of Archimedes. And then in the end, young Indiana Jones and his partner, they pretty much lose the dial, but they get away. Well, no, they don't actually lose the dial. I remember they actually did acquire it. But they walk out. They walk away from that adventure with the dial in hand, and years go by, and we find ourselves in the late 1964.
1969.
1969?
Yes.
Okay, 1969. I thought it was 64.
No.
1964.
No, 1969.
This is a period of time after Neil Armstrong and Buzz
Lightyear.
No. I forgot his name.
Bud. I'll Google it. Just say the crew.
But the crew of the Eagle, the
Apollo
11.
There was a lot of Greek stuff in this movie.
There really was. But the Apollo 11.
I think it was 11.
Yeah, it made its landing on the moon. This movie takes place now, right after Neil Armstrong's famous moon landing, and so everyone's in an uproar.
Okay, let me tell you.
Sure.
So the Apollo 11 crew consisted of 3 astronauts: Commander Neil Armstrong, lunar module pilot Edwin Buzz Aldrin. I think he's still alive. And command module pilot Michael Collins.
The crew of the Apollo 11, everyone is celebrating that. What?
No, I was just looking at my own.
Everyone's celebrating the landing on the moon. Indiana Jones, we see him now as an old man, and he's apparently had a rough go of life. In the movie, it's become apparent that he's divorced from Marion Ravenwood.
Or separated, again. I think.
He's separated from Marion Ravenwood once again. This is apparently in part due to another part of the movie we'll get to later. But we find Indiana Jones by himself, enjoying his last day as a teacher, as he has finally gone into retirement. But along the way, he meets his goddaughter, Helena. What was it again?
I don't know.
Helena. But she goes by the nickname Wombat.
Yeah, they were separated.
Yeah.
And in the process of getting a divorce.
Okay, so they hadn't actually gotten a divorce yet. That was something the spoilers got wrong. Ha! Take that, spoilers, in your face, Twitter. False information. We spit at you. Anyways. So.
Well, hold on. Although it says here it didn't last a year.
Okay.
I don't understand.
Tell me the name of the goddaughter.
Let me look it up. Say, all right, give me a second.
But she goes under a nickname of Wombat, and she later comes to Indiana Jones looking for his help because she wants to find the Archimedes' dial.
Helena Shaw. Yeah.
Helena Shaw. Yes. Helena Shaw is looking for Archimedes' dial, claiming that she wants to find it because it's what drove her father mad and she wants closure. In reality, she's doing it because she wants to sell it to the highest bidder so she can make money. Because apparently Helena Shaw has found herself in
Daughter of Basil Shaw.
Yeah, she's found herself in a heap of debt, and she's become somewhat of a cynic who believes only in money. It honestly feels like she's a character who was designed simply for the audience to hate her. And it does a pretty good job of convincing me that I am only supposed to hate this character, at least throughout the first movie. But anyways, so Indiana Jones, his goddaughter, Helena Shaw, and a street rat boy or a thief named Twit, or at least he goes by Teddy. They have a rough encounter, I will say the least. This whole fight scene and whatnot as she's trying to auction off the dial, but the CIA somehow got involved as they are working with these remnant forces of the Nazi movement. And the main antagonist of the movie, but older as well. Wait, no, get down from there. Oh, brother. Well, she's under the table, and she's right there on the shelf.
Oh, dear.
But so there's a little bit of chaos and commotion that Indiana Jones gets caught in the crossfire. So he has to cleverly maneuver his way out of the situation, but his goddaughter, Helena Shaw, is not making it easy, nor is this thief kid, Teddy. And add to that the fact that all this other commotion happening because Helena Shaw's past is catching up to her, then we have our classic Indiana Jones chase scenes, all happening because this one character.
Yeah, sorry, I thought I'll say it later.
So Indiana Jones and his goddaughter Helena Shaw and Teddy meet up with an old friend of his. I believe the name is Shmi. They go with Shmi and they
let me Google it.
sail out.
I think it's Shala.
I heard Shmi. Helena Shaw, the goddaughter. I'm talking about the longboat man.
Oh.
Yeah. He meets up with an old friend named Shmi. Shmi takes Indiana Jones, Helena Shaw, and Teddy to go scuba diving down in the wreckage for a map of sorts that will take them to find Simon.
Yeah, Simon. Captain Simon.
Huh.
I think. No, hold on, wait. That's the other captain. My bad. Ronaldo, portrayed by Antonio Banderas in Down's Destiny. Old Spanish friend of the Indies who captains the boat La Serena. Yeah. See? Let's search.
Ren, that's what he was calling him out. Okay, well, my bad. You know what? It's late and my memory's not the greatest. I heard Shmi somehow. But yeah, he meets up with a guide that will, well, not a guide, but for a map piece, sort of, that will lead them to the missing half of Archimedes' dial. And they find it, but the main antagonist and his posse of minions find them as well. And so there's this whole situation on the boat in which Ronaldo...
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Ronaldo's boat gets seized by the Nazis.
You heard Rennie.
Rennie, yeah. Here's Luna. Here's our cat. Hey. Oh, she's so feisty. She's so fighting. Um,
She's like,
she's just so bitey. My goodness. You and I will be having words later, young lady. All right.
anyways,
But
let's cut to the
yes,
chase.
that's what I'm trying to do. So whole process of events later,
I will punch you.
they find the missing half of the dial of Archimedes, and there's this whole sequence of events in which they end up in ancient Greece during the days of Archimedes, the actual Archimedes. But the adventure ends with Indiana Jones finally making it back home.
I'll be right back.
And he's reunited with Helena Shaw and Marion Ravenwood in the end. And it ends with them, of course, doing the reverse of the romantic scene from Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark, where he slowly kisses wherever it doesn't hurt, and yada, yada, yada. To summarize, it ends with the two of them getting back together while Helena Shaw walks away with Teddy to go get ice cream along with Indiana Jones's other friend from the first and third movie. What was his name again? Boschko? I'm sorry. This is why I need you to constantly be looking for them.
Right. Let me first look this up, but then for, Egyptian friends. Salah,
yeah. Salah returns, and he's helpful throughout the film as well. But the movie ends with Salah, his grandkids, and Alina Shaw and Teddy going out for ice cream while Marion Ravenwood and Indiana Jones have a long, heartwarming reunion.
Salah Mohammed Fraser El Khair.
I don't need the entire thing. I just needed Salah.
Because you couldn't remember.
Because it wasn't worth remembering. Anyway. But that is basically the movie in a nutshell. Now we can talk about our honest thoughts on this film. And if you have some honest thoughts you'd like to share, let us know in the live chat. That's what it's there for. So please comment away. Comment away in the comment section, live chat, comment section, whichever.
Okay.
Feel free to comment away if you're interested, what your honest thoughts are about the Dial of Destiny. But now we can move on to our honest thoughts. So you had something you wanted to say first?
They dialed the wrong number. No.
We're gonna be making that joke so much.
No, hold on. There's some. I do feel like there's some problems with the film. It's a little bit long.
There's nothing wrong with the long movie.
I feel like
Titanic is still one of the greatest.
I feel like they could have cut out some of the stuff. I don't think they needed the CIA agent at all.
Possibly.
I mean, like, I understand why they kind of did it. I guess that the whole little it feels like there's something in my eye.
There probably is. It's called an eyelash.
No, not that there's anything wrong with the actress or anything. I think the acting is great.
Whether or not the character was important for the film or not is
because like most films, like they just simply straight up have the bad guys chasing Indiana Jones. No problem.
This CIA
you didn't have the CIA. You didn't need to have it. Ow, my eye.
They probably didn't need it, but it was an interesting idea to see. Just little
that
bit.
he's still that ever since the fourth movie that the government still wants to keep tabs on
Indiana Jones. Yes.
I do like that there was a lot of like little 1960s technology. Like as Indiana Jones goes throughout the years, so does the times then as well. Now, of course, there's probably like there's sometimes they'll have like a period movie or whatever, and
timepiece
movie or whatever, and there's like sometimes they have like things that you would think it technically is in the 1960s or whatever, and like it turns out it came out later in the 70s or whatever.
Yeah.
Just like a lot of Greek stories, where they have the characters wearing Roman armor or something like that, or when they, because most of the stories were oral, they would tell it through their mouths, right? They didn't wrote it down until they later put it on clay pots. Because at the time that's what
or clay tablets.
But anyways, but now we're like better. But now we're like getting better at like making sure, like when it comes to like movies and whatnot. Now we're getting better at like making sure that this makes sense to be in this film or this time.
They're getting better with timepiece storytelling.
Yeah. Well, nowadays, where if the incident happened in the 2000s, you just have stuff in 2000. So now, granted, not now. Like if it happened like in 2010, you only put stuff that happened in 2010 and before that. But anyways, so that they probably faced a lot of challenges since it was a more modern film with a much older Harrison Ford.
Still, I'm amazed that he was able to do a lot of what.
Probably a lot of stunt acting.
Oh, I know. I'm aware. It just Indiana Jones has been through a lot. For an old man, he has an impressive track record.
I hope this is his final adventure.
It probably won't be.
No, I'm pretty sure it will be.
No, I'm saying it probably won't be because Disney likes to drag out franchises.
No, well,
any film industry likes to drag out their franchises because it produces the money.
I hope they don't make a film about the Goddard though.
Yeah, I think we're fine with Helena Shaw going back into obscurity.
Helena Shaw, the movie.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would like that or not.
I would kind of be a little petrified if they made a film called The Final Adventures of Dr. Indiana.
No, they don't need
like
to.
Indiana Jones and the Last Ride or The Final Adventures. No, I'm saying if they did do something like that, I would be a bit petrified because if it turns out they kill off Indiana Jones, we might see some people crash out.
Just don't let them
on social media.
Just end the story. I feel like there's, like what I keep saying with the fourth one, just end the story there.
But are you satisfied with Dial of Destiny being the end-all be-all movie?
Here's what I think. They do the same. The fourth and the fifth movie are basically the same thing. If you look at it, it ends practically
from a certain point of view.
Well, it ends practically the same way. It has a super sci-fi
there are some science fiction elements.
Well, yeah, there's science fiction elements. With the previous three, the first three. Sorry, the first three, not previously. The first three had magical elements to a relic, right?
You could say this one was also kind of magical in its own way, but it was more sci-fi than magic.
Yeah,
Magitech.
Magitech.
That's this. This is Magitech.
Magic technology. So
yeah.
Well, I mean,
it was a technological
the problem that I do have is
device.
the dial of destiny itself, where he set up the dial, but how does it didn't? How would they know about the destination? I know they're like, it's just. I don't think they really explained that.
They didn't do a clear job of explaining
How the dial
they
works,
pinpoint the coordination or how the dial works in general. But it was still entertaining to see.
I do like that the tombs, right? The puzzle to get to the tomb makes sense. The only problem that I do have with all of this movie, I guess this movie brought it out. It's like the problem that I do have with. Well, no, there's some stuff that makes sense for previous tombs. How do you leave? Sorry, the problem is that
how do you leave?
How do you leave?
Well, I imagine once all the traps have been sprung, you're just allowed to.
No, I mean, like, how would with most of the tombs did there be a way for people to leave? This one doesn't make any sense. So it probably explained how the people who were buried probably died because the mathematician killed them. Damn it, how do we leave?
They probably just decided this would be their tomb alongside the maestro. So
like usually when it comes to like the tombs and whatnot, there's you would think, okay, this is how you reverse the mechanics of the death trap, right? Or reverse the mechanics of the fancy exit or whatever, right? But the question I have is like, how the heck do you leave once you close those doors? Now I'm pretty sure that they probably had someone. No, like. No, I'm trying to figure out.
There were probably people who had the doors open for whoever carried the bodies in there, but a lot of times I imagine
the doors. What I'm trying to say, or trying to figure out, like, how would they have? You would have to build it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And they will come.
Right. No, you have to build it, and so you have to put the thing in the tomb. And then follow the instruction. You have to put the dead body into the tomb. Did they wait till the guy died to build the tomb and then leave? Or did they build the tomb and then when he died, they're like, damn it, we had to put his body into the tomb. Where did he get this money to build the tomb? I understand that he was a mathematician and a scientist and an inventor, but like, where did he get the money to he was probably
most of the time tombs were built ahead of time and were reserved for the rich and nobility.
I'm just saying, how did they had this death traps and whatnot? I mean, the question that type of question goes with any type of tomb. How did they have the death traps and whatnot? But those death traps were more.
That's mostly exaggeration on Indiana Jones.
I know.
The universe of Indiana Jones always.
But I feel like this movie pointed kind of like made me think about it. Whereas all the other death traps were like you can kind of see how those.
So the other Indiana.
No. Let me explain. You can understand how some of them can. Give me a second. Okay. Anyway. Okay, you could kind of see how things would be a bit reversed in a sense, or just not used at all. You just don't because some of the tombs were designed in a way, not tombs. Some of the vaults, some of the vaults or whatnot, they were designed to where no one else can come in. You can get out, you can leave, but you can't get in. That's the whole point of the traps.
You could argue that many of the tombs were built around the coffin.
I'm talking about graves. Yeah, the gravesite, the tombs, not the treasure vaults, right?
Well,
I understand those vaults.
Hold
on, let me finish. I understand that some of them I can understand how they would construct it to where you can never get you can get out, but then you can never get back in. That's perfect.
You've
but
already covered that.
But when it comes to his own personal tomb, in design it makes sense, but how do you reverse the flow of water? How do you okay, the way it works is
They
like
weren't asking how to revert the flow. They just needed to distort. They needed to distort the water.
distort the water. But how do you get that water to go back?
Water distortion. In other words,
I know, but how do
fluctuate
you-
the water level
Okay.
by putting heavy objects.
It's
in
like
the
an
water.
invitation.
That causes the water to rise.
It was basically. It really felt like it was more so an invitation of like get into my tomb. It doesn't make any sense in that perspective. From a perspective, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. On how that works. I'm not there. I'm not.
You're pretty hung up.
I don't know why I'm hung up on it, but for some reason, it's only this movie where like I actually started asking the question, like how did they get into these tombs? How did they get into these temples and whatnot? Like some of them kind of make sense.
That's a question we should be asking for the first movie. How the hell did anybody leave that first movie's temple? There were death traps everywhere, even a giant boulder. How did they even put
It's
that
the,
thing in there?
I said at the beginning it was designed that nobody can get back in.
Yeah, but I mean, like the temple. If you think about Raiders of the Lost Ark,
Imagine building it and then you accidentally set off a trap. It's like,
And just-
fuck! Let's start over! Bob's dead!
I'm just saying, like, imagine you're building one of these graves that Indiana Jones would come to explore later in Raiders of the Lost Ark. The boulder scene with Indiana Jones running from the boulder. My question is, how did they manage to get that giant round boulder up into the trap?
Yeah, no, that's as simple as you build the trap first.
You build the trap, you roll a giant rock, and then you let it roll.
No, you just let it. You set it up. Now I'm pretty sure they probably tested the trap.
I'm just saying,
they probably would
like,
have to test the traps
a lot of these traps look pretty unpassable. So you have to ask yourself, how did anybody who built these traps ever get back out?
No, seriously, no.
It wasn't just Dial of Destiny, though. Every single Indiana Jones movie had some sort of death trap waiting for Indiana Jones. That leaves you wondering, how did whoever built all this get out?
Easy answer. You just don't write the instructions on the secret exit.
True.
They built the secret exit,
and
then they tell nobody.
They tell no one.
They kill. They kill all the builders. It's like I built. I'm the.
They probably left some builders alive. You need builders.
I am the build. No,
the builders were all probably sworn to secrecy. So
yeah, I'll be right back.
No one could force them to tell the secret of the tomb. But we digress. So, honest thoughts on the Dial of Destiny. A lot of people in the Indiana Jones fan base community were telling us that this film was horrible, the worst Indiana Jones movie of all time. And for a while, I was afraid to watch this movie because I feared that they butchered Indiana Jones. I was like, no, not Indiana Jones 2. They've already ruined Star Wars and they've started ruining Jurassic Park.
Okay, what's your
what else could they ruin? What else will Disney destroy?
Okay, what's your least favorite?
Let me finish. Okay, what else will Disney destroy? You left the light on in there, by the way.
Okay, give me a second.
Surprisingly, though, I actually found that even though this movie did have some flaws, like some scenes could have been cut out from the overall project. Some characters probably felt Like they didn't need to be in this film, but I understand why they were included for the purpose of storytelling. But despite all of that and the runtime of this film, my gosh, I don't believe this movie is actually all that bad.
Here's what I don't like. I will say some
Sure.
weaknesses. I will point out.
Sure.
We've already pointed out the runtime. We already pointed out the death traps.
The traps and the CIA agent.
No, the CIA agent was fine.
You just felt she was unnecessary. Oh my God.
I know. She is pretty.
And you covered about some scenes you felt could have been cut from the film.
Oh yeah, there's one scene that I feel like could have been cut from the film. Mm-hmm. Younger Helena Shaw and the scene where he gets the dial of Destiny.
Where he meets.
You could just
Mr.
dialogue.
Shaw.
Yeah, you could just dialogue that.
Yeah, they managed to dialogue how Indiana Jones lost his son Mutt and how he initially got separated from Marion. They dialogue that, but they don't dialogue how he ended up with the dial in the first place.
No. They showed us directly how he got.
I'm saying they don't dialogue that. They showed the scene.
Oh, you're saying they should have.
Yeah, I'm saying they could have.
It would have made the
not necessarily
movie a little bit shorter.
Well, shorter isn't always better, but I mean, most people like it long.
Oh, I know that, but like for a casual movie,
that was a joke.
I know, but for casual moviegoers, I feel like this would have been a bit lengthy.
A lot of people enjoy 2-hour-long films. You go into a theater, you want to enjoy a nice long movie that'll keep you in your seats, enjoying drinks and your popcorn, and you're having a good time with your friends or your family or your girlfriend,
I think this was made during,
or your boyfriend, whichever.
I think this was made during the time of COVID, I think.
No, I don't think of it. I think it was a little bit afterwards, maybe a bit before. I don't remember. Now, Dominion was during COVID. We already know Dominion had a lot of problems, that a lot of the people in the community were disappointed.
2023.
After COVID.
No, COVID.
2020 was the year of COVID.
Yeah.
Now, COVID was still lingering around I mean, it still is technically. COVID hasn't vanished completely, but we do have cures for it now, so it's not as big a problem as it was.
Or we've built our immune system.
Yeah, it's not as big a problem as it was back in 2020 and 2021.
Probably still wasn't back then.
People literally died because of that.
I understand that, buddy. I know, I understand that, but I'm saying like
insensitive comments aside.
No, I feel like a lot of those people's deaths would have been avoided,
but they were
due to how we had handled it.
Well, I mean, yeah. But anyways,
because like when you're when you're shocked and afraid and panicking, whatnot. Yeah, sorry.
We're not going to address that.
Sorry.
We're not going to get into the semantics of how to handle a virus. Overall, I believe that Dial of Destiny might actually be. It's not my favorite Indiana Jones. That will go to Last Crusade. It'll always be Last Crusade. Sometimes my favorite is Raiders of the Lost Ark, but most of the time it's Last Crusade. But I do not believe this is the worst Indiana Jones movie either. Would you say it's better than The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
No.
I actually think it is. This may just be my own opinion, but I actually think it's better than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. it's definitely entertaining. Now it doesn't have all this action and you know dramatic sequences, bombastic music that happen in Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls, but it has its nice moments where Indiana Jones and Helena Shaw.
You know what could have made this movie a
Yeah.
little bit more interesting and more. The problem I can't like it more than 4, but not because of like whatever. I feel like this could have been more. It should have been more dramatic because that's what makes it Indiana
Yeah.
Jones. It lost
a lot
its
of
atmosphere. That's basically what had happened. It's lost its atmosphere.
I will admit there was a touch of minus Sora in this film, but I still don't think this was the worst one.
It's not the best one.
It's not the best, but it's not the worst.
And I don't think no, I do know.
I'd say this is a toss-up for me. It could technically be better.
4 still had like.
Please.
Sorry, I didn't mean. Sorry.
It could technically be better than 4, and there are cases where it is better, but there are some cases where it's not. So it's kind of a 50-50 between those two. Now, this is going to be something that might offend a few Indiana Jones fans, but if you're mature enough, hear me out and don't throw any pitchforks at me until after my statement.
Oh,
would you say this potentially could have been more engaging or entertaining than the Temple of Doom?
No, it's mid. I like if you were to look at all of the films, it doesn't. If I were to say, does it still hold up or whatever? It's
Raiders of the Lost
Ark
definitely holds up.
It's not a bad film. It's just honestly mid.
It's basically at best B plus.
I feel like it's only. It's literally like okay,
maybe A minus.
My honest opinion is like it's literally under 4, but it's not. It's the worst film.
I don't.
No, it's the worst film, but it's not a bad film. Does that make sense? It's in terms of like. Let me explain.
Well, no, I'm letting you explain it. Just my honest opinion.
There's another weakness that
my honest opinion in response to that.
The Nazis. Sorry, I'll get
no.
Sorry.
There are Nazis and Soviets in every film.
I know that, but like I feel like
except maybe the second film or the prequel movie. But
I'll explain later. But
let me finish.
Yeah.
My personal opinion is that Dial of Destiny might actually be better than 4. But worse than Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom.
I don't think it's better than 4.
I understand. I'm not trying to convince anyone.
Okay.
This is my honest opinion. You've already stated your honest opinion. Let me have my honest opinion. Okay. Am I allowed to have that?
Well,
okay. So, again. My opinion is that it's better than 4, but worse than Temple of Doom. He's of the opinion that it's worse than 4. We're 2 different people with 2 different opinions. That's fine. For you may think that Dial of Destiny is the worst Indiana Jones movie ever. You may actually think it was the best one by far. That's entirely up to you. And hopefully people will respect that opinion. I'm hoping you will respect our opinions.
I think
because we're going to respect your opinion. So if you liked the Dial of Destiny, feel free to let us know in the comments section. Or if you did Dial of Destiny, you can let us know in the comments as well.
Okay.
Tell us your honest thoughts on Dial of Destiny. Now,
I feel like overall, okay, not for the Nazis. I know it's only like a little bit of a pocket, but like, okay. So my personal problem with like the Nazis,
reoccurring villains.
yes, it's just reoccurring. It's good. Like it's hard to beat the Nazis. Hard to beat the Nazis.
Hard to beat the Nazis. Are you kidding? They shot themselves in the foot. Well, literally, Hitler shot himself, and we won the war.
Who are the villains in Indiana Jones? The Fifth Circle, whatever it's called.
The Fifth Circle.
There's a video game from by Bethesda where it's
I don't remember
the 6 or 7 circle or something.
I don't remember No, come here. I don't remember the title of the game. I've never played the game, so I don't know who the villains are.
They're Nazis.
Okay, well,
it's just kind of like milking.
Well, I've never played the game, so I wouldn't know. And many people probably don't even know that there is a video game. Many of you do.
People do.
A lot of people do, but I'm saying a lot of people might also not know. So you can't expect to only know video game villain. It's the Nazis. The villain,
Circle of Destiny.
Circle of Destiny.
Oh no, the Great Circle. Sorry,
the Great Circle. Dude, come on, man.
Yeah, and the Great Indiana Jones.
This is what happens when you rely on Google.
It's just I just misread something. Sorry, there was a meme.
Great Circle.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is let me finish. A first-person single-player action adventure game from the Machine Games, but by Bethesda.
Okay.
And set between Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade, where the player to explore ancient mysteries as the legendary archaeologist.
Yeah.
So made by Machine Games, but produced by Bethesda, produced by Machine Games, published by Bethesda.
Bethesda has a record of publishing games for other studios.
It's something that Todd Howard wanted to make.
Yeah,
I haven't played it yet. I will.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom was a cult of.
I'm not gonna tell you, man. The Canons.
Canons, yeah.
No, not the Canons. Not the cult. It's just called the cult.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, the main villains were a cult. Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark, an old friend of Indiana Jones, is apparently his arch nemesis.
Not an old friend, just an arch nemesis.
I just said an arch nemesis.
Why you said old friend?
I mean that in the sense that they have history.
Oh, okay.
I lost my train of thought.
The villains.
The villains of Raiders of the Lost Ark were an old rival of Indiana Jones and the archaeological world, and a segment of the Nazi movement. And in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, that was also, again, a Nazi movement in which they were trying to get the Holy Grail.
Okay, I think we get the picture. Sorry.
Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. The Soviets were the main villain of that one.
The KGB.
Yeah, the KGB. Great Circle, Nazis again. And then for this one, the Dial of Destiny, a section of
the remnant Nazis.
Remnant Nazis, a section of remnant Nazis. So only three have the Nazis at the main antagonist, and only one game so far had the Nazis at the main protagonist. I don't know who all the antagonists were in the books because I haven't quite read all of them yet.
It's probably the Nazis.
They are reoccurring.
I know.
I'm just saying they are the main antagonists of Indiana Jones.
I'm just saying, they could have done like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and have a new like
They
Explore-
did. They had
explored-
Soviets, KGB.
not listening. I wish
know.
they could have done something different, like the fourth movie where they had explored, and the fourth movie and the second movie where they have explored a new group of evil organization.
Well, technically, this was remnant Nazis, and I understand why they did this. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I understand why they did this, because they were trying to relight, reignite the Indiana Jones community. One, with the game, two, with this film. Getting people reacquainted with Indiana Jones, and his usual enemies are the Nazis, and that is what people usually pay to see when they go to see an Indiana Jones film. Indiana Jones, being an archaeologist, who also kicks Nazi butt.
Okay,
That's usually what sells.
okay. Well, that's just a minor problem.
You can tell me if I'm wrong down in the comments, people. If you have something different to say. Now I'll let Raven say what he had to say, because he looks like he's ready to bite his own finger off.
Anyways. Okay.
Oh my God, you actually almost did.
No, shut up. Anyways, what I'm getting, I need to, before I lose my mind, and because you keep going. Anyways,
I don't think you have any room to criticize me.
No,
because
no, I know that, but
all the
like,
time.
no, it's fine. It's okay, but like, I keep biting my own fingers so I don't interrupt you. And so, but anyway, now on. Okay, so where was I getting at?
You wish
the
they
other
had done
problem.
something other
Yes,
than the
thank
Nazis.
you. The Nazis, fuck.
I was just trying
Never
to
mind.
help.
You know, I don't
remind
want
you.
to talk about the Nazis anymore.
I was just trying to help remind you.
Yes, I know. You reminded me about all four movies and all their four of their villains for the 15th time per stream.
You
do this every time.
You keep doing this.
I keep explaining.
You keep bringing it up how you wish there was a different.
And then you keep on. Just stop saying it's consistent, please.
It is consistent.
No,
That's
I
what
understand,
they
but
do.
like I'm just saying, like it just kind of seems like it's just like there's much to explore during the history of Indiana Jones's life throughout the 40s, the 50s, and now the 60s. The 60s would have a different type of villain, but no, instead of or maybe more of the KGB.
Well, it's nice to see you're passionate about this topic. I just wish you wouldn't crash out on camera.
I'm not trying to crash out. I'm just like, well, I just wanted to say that one thing where I wish they had explored new villains. You didn't have to completely unravel the villain saga or whatever.
Well, I didn't.
So I
didn't
got impatient there. The next problem that I had.
To be fair, everybody, hand on shoulder, respectfully, a lot of people get impatient when you don't just get to the point.
Okay, but like I was going to make another thing that another weakness of the film was you.
I wasn't even in the film. So
That's the problem. You should have been. Anyway. No, a lot of the problem.
I don't know. I think they're just fine without me.
Anyways, no. Okay. I'm sorry, but anyways, another problem with the film is that what I wanted to mention about the atmosphere. Okay, I almost forgot about the atmosphere of the film. It kind of feels like in Indiana Jones. They have all the things that they keep bringing back, like the Nazis, the references. Oh hey. Hey.
Basically, they have the right formula.
There is the right formula. But they keep on having hey, here's Salah.
Yeah, here's Salah.
Here's Salah. Here's his grandchildren.
You can't have an Indiana Jones movie without Salah.
I know that, but like I feel like
No,
there's a lot of.
I'm saying that a particular.
I feel
you
like
can't have that. The Indiana Jones, but that's a lot.
okay, but I feel like there's a lot of like this is distracting me. Okay, I feel like there was a lot of what do you call it?
I get a bit of an itch.
Easter egg, not Easter eggs, but like
cameos.
Not cameos. References like nostalgia references.
Yeah.
Nostalgia, like hey, remember this? And he even had a scene where like you didn't have to drink the blood of Kana or something.
Yeah.
Kala.
The Kana.
No, not the Kana cultist. It was
blood of Kali.
Kali, the blood of Kali.
No, but the cult was called the cult of Canaan.
Oh, whatever. It is just nostalgia. And that's not how you have an atmosphere. It's nostalgia. Okay,
let me tell you a lot.
I'll tell you right now, you silly director of that film.
No. Easy now.
Okay, I don't hate this movie.
No,
I did enjoy it. It had a lot of the chase scenes and whatnot.
It even had his favorite, the train.
Train. I love train scenes. I love having train fights. They could have had another train fight. There was a moment where they could have had another train fight.
See, we're
okay. There was a moment where like literally the black CIA agent or whatever, she could have literally gotten onto the train by like getting onto like.
And then there was
Minions suck in this movie. Minions fucking suck in this movie. They could have gone into the like right in between the box cars. You know, like how listen, remember like right in between the box cars and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay, they could have like quickly grabbed onto like quickly jumped onto like the little couplings or whatever and like bounced it up and then try to break into the back of the car and then like continue the chase. Minions suck in this movie.
They were just stuck in the train car, so he just kept locking the doors on them. They were just banging on the door like,
don't get me wrong, the dynamite scene. Okay, that makes sense. But Minions.
It was still funny to watch. Well, the Minions.
There's not a single fist fight.
There will always be.
I mean, there was a few.
There were a few
I don't know.
scraps.
There were a few scraps, but there wasn't like. I feel like there wasn't like an actual like a fist fight scene. I guess.
Well,
only when he was younger. When he was younger.
Yeah, I don't think old Indiana Jones would have been able to.
True, but like that's why they could have had
once, and he went down.
That's why you could have had a companion, another companion that would actually help out with the.
Maybe
the fist fights and whatnot.
That's what made this.
There was a lot of silly scenarios. Like there was a lot of silly, like, do I this? Do I do that? And that the car chasing was actually kind of funny with the fiance coming out of nowhere. I'm going to kill you, and then like near the end, it's like I'm not going to kill you, and then the father was like, "Fuck that!" Using the shotgun. I think the father had the shotgun. I'm not sure. They didn't die. The Minions in that car did that. Now, don't get me wrong. Minions kind of all most of the Minions in all the movies. But like, I feel like in this one, it really showed that they had no backbone or had very little backbone.
Now, you want to know who really didn't have much backbone? I feel like
the lack of a
the Minions. I feel like the Minions in
they're very good at kidnapping.
I want to say that I'm going to say that this may sound out of pocket, but I feel like the Minions were at their weakest in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. The main reason I say this is
that's not out of pocket. It's just a hot take. That's all.
That's my own personal out of pocket hot take.
Okay, whatever.
The main reason I say this is because in Last Crusade, while it's my favorite Indiana Jones movie, I feel like
no, continue.
Oh, shucks, I feel like my life's in danger. Anyways, I feel like most of the antagonist scenarios were controlled or dictated by the main antagonist. and the woman, the double agent, there was hardly anything that the minions really did in Last Crusade. I mean, sure, they would show up with their guns and push Indiana Jones um, and his associates into a corner, like push them into the circle where they would be surrounded. Like the minions would show up and do stuff, like in Last Crusade, where they took out the defenders of the Holy Grail. But aside from that, they were their presence was at its weakest, I believe, in Last Crusade. The main antagonists were at their strongest in Last Crusade, but the minions were at their weakest in terms of overall presence.
The minions were oddly at the strongest when it came to the communist, or the KGB.
Yeah, I'd say yeah. The
That
minions
movie
were on point in Kingdom of
we're going to fucking kill you, well, the first movie had some decent minions, like it was
there were some decent minions in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. This movie, while the minions were kind of dumb, they still, actually were able to pull off stuff.
That's the problem with having remnants of the Nazi army, is that you're not going to have that many remnants of the Nazi army. Now, technically, you would have scientists and whatnot, but
you're not going to have any. You're not going to have a whole lot of remnant soldiers left.
Yeah, I feel like
who are going to willingly continue the movement.
Could have had some again, the movie would have probably been stronger had they had some other villain, like maybe Russians or something like that, because they practically lost they practically lost the Cold War the moment America landed on the moon. Well, there was also other reasons why they lost the Cold War.
You think there should have been a fourth party?
No, not a full party. I feel like they should have just got rid of the whole entire Nazi thing or whatever altogether, or have all the
As you know, the Nazis versus Indiana Jones.
I know that sells, but like there's like this movie would have probably been stronger had there. It was a little bit realistic. Don't get me wrong, in the sense of the fact that they were lackluster of German remnants, right?
Yeah.
In the 60s. But I feel like you could have had a much better argument if you had some other evil force in the 60s. Who was America's villains in the 60s? Let me Google that real quick.
I don't really think there was really any fighting going on in the 60s. Since the moon landing, technically, I mean, that was it. Like World War II was over and the Cold War was coming to an end. Like, I don't think we were really with war at anyone in 1969. I may be wrong on that. Any historical buffs out there, please correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments.
In 1969, the United States viewed the communist regime of North Vietnam and its primary allies of the South of the Soviet Union and Communist China. Hey, we could have more Chinese.
Okay. Or maybe
Communist China. Communist China instead of
they did. Hold on. They did mention that Indiana's son Mutt was
killed,
enlisted. He said that he was enlisted and deployed to Vietnam.
He died.
He died though. So sadly, Mutt has been killed off screen.
You could have had the Viet Cong agents or agents from Viet Cong. Oh no, Communist China would have been a lot better.
Well, during this time, I doubt they were really doing anything like any they had any
Yeah, no,
espionage.
the communist China had just as much as espionage as
Oh no, I don't doubt that. I
as
just saying I doubt
the
they
Soviets.
really had, as much espionage going on that was worth bringing up. On
Archaeology?
screen that would involve what Indiana Jones was doing.
Probably. I mean, they're the writers. They're going to make
mean-
up whatever they want.
Well, I mean, yes, they could have, but in terms of overall storytelling and historically, it was the Nazis who were pursuing relics, artifacts, archaeological items, because the Führer, Adolf Hitler, at the time, he wanted historical pieces, hoping to achieve some sort of power or result, and because he was a collector as well. So at the time, the Nazis went around collecting artifacts.
Anyway, also,
That was a great impact on Indiana Jones films because not a whole lot of other countries were out there doing the same thing.
Yes, it could have made. I guess it kind of made sense in the narrative, in the sense of the fact that the main antagonist believed that if he killed Hitler, even despite the fact that he was a Nazi, if he killed Hitler early on during the war,
if they just eliminate
Hitler, then a stronger leader would have had taken over, because he was losing his mind near the end of the war, and so it had a stronger mind or someone who had knowledge of since he existed at the same time, all he has to do is
put himself in charge.
Yeah, put himself in charge.
Basically, that would have been, should someone with a stronger role, stronger mentality, someone better.
He probably could have met his younger self.
Yeah. Too. Had someone better taken on the role of the Führer, then the Germans, the Nazis, could have won the war.
Hold on to this thought that Hitler lost.
Hitler was the one who lost, not necessarily Germany.
Yeah. Or not necessarily Nazi Germany.
I don't believe it would have ended any other way.
And I kind of understand that for the plot, but I feel like there could have been much more threat to the story. Now I feel like there's also the going back to the atmosphere. Another problem that I have with the atmosphere of Indiana Jones, or of it being
the dialect
of it being a Indiana Jones film, or lackluster of it, is the lack of lurid deaths. And I know I'm kind of a little obsessed with the idea of this, and
he loves watching people get gored.
I don't, but I technically do. But if it's going to be if it's going to fit the theme of something, right? If you're going to have a consistent, if you're going to have something consistent with it, you're going to go all in.
I get what you're saying. It just, I find it hilarious that both you and I can't handle seeing blood and guts on screen,
but if it's
without feeling nauseous or pale afterwards. Like the moment we see blood and guts, like someone yanking intestines out, we get all.
Well, Invincible's known for it being gory in the sense of
let me finish. It's funny that you and I both get that way, but you are the biggest craver of gory scenes.
If something is well known for it, you're going to go all in for it, right?
I know, but I feel like it's not just Indiana Jones stuff. You criticize other sources of media, come on, maybe you could have added more blood and gore in it. And I just look at you every time what is wrong with you? Star Wars The Clone Wars isn't all that gory.
No. What? I don't remember anything like that.
You're just like, you would demand blood.
Okay, but
from
listen,
any source of
I don't
meat
mean-
where the
I don't
Where
demand
the-
blood with
where the
Bluey,
death is,
okay?
where the death is lackluster, you would always demand blood of that lackluster
No, I'm saying,
sequence
no,
of events.
if something doesn't feel realistic, of like, okay, hold on, this would be a lot gory if this and that happened. But I sound like if I read something online and I'm like, wait a second, this is supposed to happen this way, right? It's not happening that way.
No, I know, but it just feels like
My immersion, it's mostly my immersion is broken. My immersion. If you're gonna cut someone's damn head off with a lightsaber, they're going to stay dead. If you're gonna impale someone with a lightsaber,
zombies, because remember, zombies are canon. In
yes,
Star Wars.
I even criticized the plasma bolts in Star Wars. Right, it's going.
Well, actually, for the most part, anyone who said any zombie who said was cut off did stay dead.
But there's also plasma bolts.
Even in the show Ahsoka,
did they burn?
Yep, they burn. But zombies can survive being set on fire so long as the brain isn't destroyed.
Well, I mean, the clone troopers were also wearing armor, I guess, and they couldn't. But anyways,
but the stormtrooper zombies from Ahsoka, their armor was shit. They should have gone down like one shot to the head.
Anyways, no.
I'm sorry, I should watch my language. Their armor was not good.
Oh wait,
It was horrible.
Oh wait, no. So Indiana Jones struggling with the eels and whatnot, it would have been such a more fun
sea snakes.
The sea snakes.
More specific. Well, I mean, I understand that eels do live in that region. So
no, stop. You're not listening.
No, I'm listening.
You could have had it to where like they were being chased under the water, and the eels kills one of the minions
or one of the allies, like that other diver, like the other diver.
No.
The one who died because his oxygen cord got cut.
No. I feel like if you had them.
No, he didn't die. He didn't die because his oxygen cord got cut.
I'm saying. I'm saying if you had a scene where if they had a boat with another set of divers, right? Mm-hmm. They point the gun at the captain, like, you will let us dive, or more diving equipment or whatever, and he said, you will let us dive, and then they dive in after Indiana Jones, and they fight underwater despite the.
Well, there was no real need to do that because they just yank them up.
No. Listen. 3 minutes, and then the scene would have been more intense, right? Had there been like a kerfuffle underwater with Indiana Jones fighting something other than just eels attack. And if you had the eels, it would have been a little bit more intense if you had the eels attack, right, and then kill one.
Unnecessary.
It would have been interesting.
Unnecessary, yes, but I mean,
it's
not unnecessary. I'm sorry. Interesting, yes, but ultimately unnecessary.
No, it's not unnecessary. No. Have you looked at all the other deaths in Indiana Jones? Most of them were unnecessary.
Let me finish this. I feel like the one smart thing the villains did in this film was not pursue them underwater. They just yanked them back up and bring them to us. They didn't have to spend resources chasing them down there.
But I know, I'm just saying, it would have been
great. Yes, it would have been cooler, but I feel like for the sake of time and argument, it probably was unnecessary.
Yeah, but there's not enough of that, oh no, he died this horrible death, right?
Yeah.
Even with technology.
Indiana Jones was able to hold off the eels with the flare.
I'm not saying there should be tanks or in galore or whatever, because how.
See, this is what I mean. You demand blood.
I don't demand blood. I demand and it to feel like an Indiana Jones film.
You demand lurid scenes.
I don't demand the lurid scenes. It's supposed to be Pulp Fiction and whatnot. It's supposed to have that adventure. It's supposed to have that. Oh wow, this I didn't know you could die that way.
Well, I mean, there was. There was adventure.
Yeah, there was adventure.
Now there were deaths, but most of it didn't happen until towards the end of the film. And even then, most of the deaths that happened were on the good guys' team.
Okay. Before I do want to go even further to my problems with the film and whatnot, let's go with least favorite scene. Starting with you.
I mean, honestly, my least favorite scene of Dial of Destiny would probably have to be that whole debacle where Indiana Jones was trying to get his goddaughter out of that auction area. And then, that they were fighting over the dial, and the main antagonist, who was going under the guise of Mr. Schmidt, yoinked the Dial of Destiny away, and then the whole sequence of chasing as that went down, and then the engaged, like
The
fiance shows up, and then another chase thing. I feel like that
the fiance came out of nowhere.
I feel like that was
where's the connection here? Sorry. You finished.
Yes, thank you. I feel like that was my least favorite scene, just the sudden surprise fiance out of nowhere revealing that Helena Shaw has been gambling around, making connections, all for the sake of money. I get that it's a way to show that this is what her character has been doing, and it's not good. And it's another reason Indiana Jones should criticize her for not being the girl her father would be proud of. But at the same time, I feel it's also a bit unnecessary to what they're doing.
I think they realized that they didn't have much minions to throw around with it when it comes to the Nazis.
So they threw in a surprise
third
party to add to the body count.
They could have added the Mafia. Then the Mafia was literally right there.
There would literally all those different factions inside that auction.
The auction. You can have the auctioneers getting into one car. It's like quick, or get to different cars.
Yeah, none of the people
get out of the cars. Get after them.
None of the people from the auction house came out after them. They just gave up.
It's just a dial.
Such
an inconvenience.
Who cares?
After
all that chaos, like where Indiana Jones whips his bullwhip in the air and just like, get back, and then they all just point their guns. That was funny. But the fiance part, I just feel like a bit unnecessary. So that's my least favorite scene.
Yeah, I feel like.
Now, what's your least favorite? What's your least favorite?
I do want to kind of continue from there a little bit. I feel like, again, it would have been so much fun. This would have at least helped with the minions if the people at the auction was somehow maybe affiliated with the Nazis, the German scientists and the Nazis,
it just add to the minion count.
Yeah, maybe like they're friends or whatever. Allies, or something like that. Or heck, just pay a third party. What if they wanted that? They could have had at least a third party with another antagonist, right? What if they followed throughout the movie, and that would have probably picked up things and have all those auctioneers. Like if there was a little dial from Greek, whatever, and Greek times, and it would be. I wouldn't be like, well, I wasted my gun, and they're having a car chase. No, it would have been fun if they had like in several people angry at these people. Like I was trying to auction for this
this
dial.
Is what I mean.
Right?
You demand carnage.
Not carnage. I demand chaos, and it was a chaotic scene afterwards. So the car chase that happened after that scene, that was a nice chaotic scene. But I feel like there would have been much more fun had there been more parties involved
inside the auction house. That was chaotic. Like Indiana Jones having to pull out his bullet to like back.
No, I'm talking about the chase scene.
No, I'm saying, yeah, I agree with you. I'm saying, in contrast, inside the auction house, that was chaos. That was like everything that could possibly go wrong was going wrong. But then after they leave the auction house, nobody followed them out. And then you just got this random fiance character chasing after Helena Shaw and then car chase. So what is a fella to do?
No, my least favorite scene. It's actually the end of the movie where the Nazis finally bite the dust.
Not the end, but towards the end.
Or towards the end, or whatever. And
where all the Nazis bit the dust.
Yeah.
After time traveling using the dial.
Yeah. I'm a little annoyed that they this entire plot had to deal with time travel. It's a nice, simple concept of time travel, and I don't mind the concept of time travel at all. But let me.
You should. No, I'm just.
Finish before I lose my thought?
I'm letting you finish, but I'm just saying this now based on the comment you just said.
Yes.
Hand on shoulder. You should read the books because a lot of crazy stuff happens to Indiana Jones in the books.
I know that, but that's not what I'm getting at.
No, I get it. I know what you're saying. I'm just saying that time travel isn't the weirdest thing.
It's not. That's not what I'm getting at. You're not listening.
I am listening. I literally wouldn't have brought this up if I wasn't listening.
Yeah, but I feel like you're talking about the time travel order, or you just. I'm not complaining about time travel. That's what I'm trying to say here. I'm not complaining about time travel or whatnot. I feel like when it came to their escape, and again, I feel like the movie should have been shorter. I understand that they needed. They wanted to have a situation where Indiana Jones had a dilemma. About dying there or not, and I understand that. Thus, that's why they had to land the plane or whatever, or have the plane crash and then him survive the plane crash or whatever by parachuting and whatnot.
Would you have felt it would have been more?
I feel like
they failed.
No, I feel like. Actually, you know what?
Because the main antagonist did want to abort due to what Indiana Jones said about continental shift.
Yeah. Okay. So they made it through, and then they changed their minds. They're like, "Oh, hell, we are made it through here. We're in Italy." You know, but then they realized again what they could have done is like while the plane was like being attacked by like the Romans or whatnot and all their stuff, and then they parachute out of there. Instead of the bad guy, maybe like the bad guy does get shot, but it's not a fatal wound, right? Here's how I'll rewrite this scene, right? It's not a fatal wound, right?
But clearly it wasn't fatal. It didn't kill him.
No, it didn't kill him right away. It was fatal. Actually, he was dying because of it.
He was in shock.
He was dying because of it. You saw the look in his eyes and how he was stumbling and whatnot. Indiana Jones wasn't dying from his shot. He could have lived.
But he did go slumped. He was like, ugh.
I know that, but like his shot, the other guy's shot was more fatal than Indiana Jones's fatal.
Well, yeah,
he's
was
just
shot in the
much
gut.
older. Indiana Jones is just much older. That's all. What they could have done is like have them continuing to turn have instead of heading to okay, what they could have done was like have that plane continue and successfully have like their U-turn or whatever, right? But another thought had appeared to my mind. I initially had it to where like maybe she punches, she cuts the conversation short or whatever and doesn't explain anything to Archimedes. And she simply said, no, he does not need or whatever, blah, blah. Instead, it just punches him and knocks him out, right? They quickly get into the plane. So I have two different endings here. I feel like they could have had a scene where like their race, it's like a race, right?
Yeah.
She knocks him out, they get back into the plane, and then this time the pilot's like, no, let me take over the plane. Let me fight. Yeah, right. Or they could have been revealed that he was actually he wasn't. Anyways, he's just
a pilot who fell asleep in his plane.
Anyways, I had a thought like, what if he was actually German? Anyway, no. And he
definitely sounded more Hungarian.
Anyways,
or Italian.
No, yeah, he was Italian. Anyways, no, what they could have done is like have a race and then like all of a sudden like at first when they entered, right, it was back to back, right? What if they try to do side by side thing and like small plane versus large plane, and the large plane's like kind of losing a little bit of altitude, but they could still make it, and like they had to make sure that the Nazis don't get back into, or they don't
return.
Well, not that they don't have that. Basically, like it's a situation where like it's a race or whatever. Yeah. Like the big plane is making a U-turn towards back to the portal, but the small plane
are shooting at it.
Yeah, the Romans are shooting at whatever, and shooting at both planes too. Like, what if in my mind, like so, but they didn't shoot it down. They get into the small plane, and then like the big plane is actually trying to bump them out of the way.
No, I see the big.
Teddy's mindset is like he just needs to get out of here, right? But he's trying to get. It's not that he's trying to compete with the Nazis. He's just trying to get out of here. Teddy and Helena Shaw were probably thinking like, we just need to get out of here. And then Indiana Jones wakes up and then was like, no, let me get back. It's like, no. I didn't know. Like
an argument on the plane.
Argument on the plane.
Well, I mean, the argument had happened either way.
I know. Hold on, let me finish.
Yeah, go ahead. Actually, real quick, if I may.
Yes.
I do personally like the scene where Indiana Jones does meet Archimedes.
Yeah, I understand
I just have a little bit of issue with him wanting to stay.
Now, they could have a race, but they could have it to have a more interesting death for the main bad guy. And I feel like that this was kind of a letdown that he didn't have an interesting death. It was kind of, now don't get me wrong, we did get to see the corpse like in most movies where we get to see the corpse, but I've seen burnt corpses before in other movies.
You demand more.
I don't demand more. I demand something creative. And I feel like they
can only do so much.
I know. I feel like what they could have done is eventually have it to where either it's like some sort of chase scene with the plane again. They get Indiana Jones back into the plane and whatnot. The last,
basically,
but the
you're
last,
saying like you wish there was a race scene where they're
Not a
flying
race.
back through the temporal shift.
yeah, maybe like it was closing
yeah.
or something, like they had to
And
get
then,
out of here
like-
now.
And like the smaller plane makes it through, but the big plane gets ripped apart
Yeah.
by the distortion.
Whether either they bump each other or something like
and
that.
then the main villain gets like it shows him disintegrating through time.
Yeah. Either that.
See,
or,
this is what I mean. You want more lurid death.
No, yeah.
Despite
either
the
that.
fact that you are squeamish about it.
Well, no, I feel like they could get creative with it. Again, it needs to feel like it's in Indiana Jones. That's what we came and seated for. Like we may not like certain things about it, but like we came and seated for Indiana Jones. What happens in most of the Indiana Jones stuff? Horrible deaths.
This is also the franchise that brought
Same
us.
thing with
I'm
Invincible.
I'm saying this is also the same franchise that brought us the simple gun, shoot the guy with doing all the fancy
That's
swords.
different. That's a Minions.
But I mean, like
one of the Minions died in a horrible death in that very same movie with the airplane.
The propeller chopped his head off.
It's simple, but it's a simple. But
it's a simple execution, but
it's still very well. It's not because I like blood or things. It's very simple, and I could not handle the Invincible leg. Again, I could not handle the Invincible leg.
Invincible season 4, where Conquest was ripping out the intestines of
for
Mark.
some reason, started feeling pain in my own chest. I've heard of a disorder.
I literally did become pale seeing that, like my skin color went.
Okay, I heard of like a disorder where like if someone smacks him, I would feel the pain or like it's some sort of mirrored reaction. But I feel
it's basically where you visualize something.
Yeah.
If you visualize someone feeling pain, you somehow feel that pain as well.
Yeah, I don't have the disorder.
I don't remember what that disorder is.
Anyways, I don't have that disorder.
It may not be a disorder, more like
okay. It is. It's a disorder. It's a disability, whatever you want to call it. Sorry.
Well, I'm just trying to remember. I'm trying to remember because you brought it up.
I'm trying to quickly say and state I don't have it, but it was one of those things where I felt like I did.
See, you could have.
Period.
You could have just said that.
But I didn't want to interrupt. I didn't want to interrupt. Anyways, I didn't want to be interrupted and didn't want to interrupt you, and so it's just like you interrupted me and all that other stuff, and just my mind just doesn't.
I was just trying to remember what it was exactly.
Anyways, it has a long name.
I feel like you and I arguing and you blowing up.
I'm not trying to blow up.
Have been the only times people have like popped in.
I don't think anyone's doing this.
No, I've seen the number go up to 2 viewers. And then they immediately dip as soon as you blow up.
I'm not.
You've blown up over 5 times.
I don't think anyone's watching.
No one's watching now.
No, I don't think anyone's watching. I don't think anyone was ever watching.
No one's watching now, but there were like a couple of people that were at some point.
Anyways,
but they left.
I know. Anyways,
it shows that the viewers like. Now that is the number of likes, but that is the number of people who are concurrently watching before they dip.
I don't think that system is accurate. Sometimes the YouTube is
that's how it works.
Anyways, no, I don't think it has. People, no,
I call it as I see it.
Anyways, so, or either I don't think the plane needed to bump into it. It could have been like where they hit the maybe like what is it called, the Romans. Sorry, the Romans hit the back of the plane one last time with their spears. I feel like they could have made it really grim. Had like a spear, not how like one spear like nearly pierced Indiana Jones or whatnot. in the scene. They could have had it really grim, where another spear pierced, like
Pierce is the main villain.
No, not Pierce is the main villain. No, that would be way too simple. I didn't like how simple it was at getting rid of the people that were inside the back of the plane, the soldiers that were in the back of the plane.
Where she pulled the lever and they
I just remember something. They had the numbers. Now I think about, they had the numbers of the minions,
but she
not
just
enough.
pulled the lever and they fell.
Yeah, I feel like that was a little too easy. Yeah, I'm right there. But I feel like there could have been a moment where one of the spears goes penetrates it and like goes through the person's skull.
Maybe
that would have been at least horrifying.
I don't think Disney is of the mind to show that kind of gruesomeness.
That would have been horrifying. And then there could have been a moment where, like, I think there was someone that was impaled, but it happened so
one of the pilots was impaled.
Oh yeah, it was impaled. But like there was another moment. I think there was where someone was impaled by a spear, and then it went back, and then like, it went through like the window or something. Oh no, not the window. But
yeah,
like
that was one
in the ship.
That was one of the gunmen. He got shot out. He got shot out at the doorway.
Yeah, but I feel like it would have been kind of cool to see like something just with more creative with the spears.
No, I get it.
It would have been cool to have maybe one of the spears going through someone, and then like they get like pulled through the window and their bones cracking.
No.
I know. I say that I don't like these things, but like
you demand it.
I only demand it because it's Indiana Jones. It works for that thing. Am I wrong? There's a lot of very unfortunate deaths in Indiana Jones where they die in the most bizarre ways.
Not as bizarre as JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but I mean,
true. But anyways,
not as bizarre as you make it.
The Romans just look at the Nazi uniforms like, what if? That'd be so funny if like maybe the Romans didn't start out with red, but then they look at their Nazi uniforms and like, what if we had red garments?
I like the way you think, Magic Man. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that could have been done with Dial of Destiny.
Anyways, what if I wanted to say the spears. Anyways, the spears hit like the engine or something, and then they go into the side of the rift, and then like I said, like you said earlier, they
destroyed.
They get destroyed by time itself.
Yeah.
And before we lose out of time, let's now talk about our favorite favorite scene.
Yeah. My favorite scene overall, if I had to pick one, honorable mention.
It's a 2-hour movie, so
honorable mention. Indiana Jones in the auction house bullwhipping everyone to get back to get back, and then they all pull out their guns, and he's like,
there was not that many uses of the bullwhip.
Well, there was plenty, especially at the beginning.
No swing.
Yeah, he did use it to get everyone back.
No, I mean like no swing, like it was swinging from the vine.
He did. I guess he didn't need to, unless Harrison Ford's old. He probably couldn't do it.
Because of stunt actor.
Well, he's old. Indiana Jones is an old man, so he probably wouldn't be able to because, as he said himself, he's got disintegrating vertebrae. In other words, his vertebrae is old, so back pains, But honorable mention that scene in the auction house. But my favorite scene in all the movie probably has to be well, one more honorable mention where I do like where he meets Archimedes. I thought that was cool.
I'm not gonna
Indiana Jones as an architect meeting a historical figure. Like, I feel like that would be a dream of Indiana Jones as an archaeologist. But as for my favorite scene of the entire film, probably this one's a bit tricky.
Say what I say, it's the worst.
No, I'm just trying to decide which one's my favorite. Because I do have a lot of honorable mentions.
Do you want me to go first?
You can go first while I think.
I'll make it easier for you. I liked the entire train fight. I'm a sucker for train fights. I feel like they could have gone a little bit more creative with the train fight and train sequence. But there was like a moment where you felt like Indiana Jones was invulnerable in the sense of like the fact that he pushed him up against where he pushed his back up against
the tunnel wall.
Wall. Anyways, the tunnel wall. I feel like they could have had another opportunity for a creative death there, where like someone gets.
You can't kill Indiana Jones.
No, not Indiana Jones, but like someone, like one of the Nazis on the train. I feel like they could have gotten away with another creative death. They had some of the stereotypical train deaths. I do. There's just stereotypical train death, like, oh hey, you know that the thing that hangs over. I think it was like the light or the crossing or the train or something. I forget what it's called, but like that sign thing where like there's a sign, you get killed by that. Or you get killed by
the main antagonist of this film literally
tunnel.
Got his head smacked by one of those goalposts.
Yeah, but
well, not a goalpost, but a train post.
I was surprised that they didn't have a facial injury.
I mean, those types of head injuries do tend to heal up over time. So
yeah, but I feel like there would have been some scars or whatever.
Maybe.
There's some other stereotypical train deaths. I do like that there was like a train gun or something like that.
And it just wiped out a lot of the Nazis.
A little easy, just like at the end of the movie where like they all fall out of the airlock or fall out of the plane.
Because she pulled the emergency lever and they all just went, what? Except one sap who was holding on for dear life.
Rip the goat. He gets killed later on. I'm not calling a Nazi a goat, but you get. I feel like he was holding for dear life. I was like, I get to give credit to him. He's like,
credit where credit to.
His survival skill was the best out of everyone here.
Yeah. For the most part.
Yeah. Out of all the minions throughout the entire saga, he had
his
the best survival.
Were probably
like locked down for one thing. There was one scene where like a nuke happened. So like technically speaking,
like, they were about to hang Indiana Jones, younger Indiana Jones. They were about to hang him, and then
that's my honorable mention, I guess.
This atomic bomb drops in.
Not an atomic bomb, but like a nuke.
It was a
missile.
No, it was one of those bombs.
No, it's just a bomb.
It was a bomb. Like one of those. It had the shape of an atomic bomb because it has one.
Yeah,
they dropped it in a missile at those. Slender,
it wasn't an atomic bomb. It was just a bomb. Just a bomb.
Yeah, a
missile, bomb, whatever.
Missiles are the slender ones with the pointed end. Bombs are the big old fat ones. So the bomb drops in.
Everyone was looking at it like they all looked at each other too. Like we're gonna hug and kiss up and make up.
They were all like, nobody,
we're all gonna cry.
They were all like, nobody move. Maybe it won't detonate. Somebody move. And then it continued further on down the floor, like bing bong.
They're all like looking at it like No, it was all looked
They were
weird
all
because
like-
it was the carpet was moving
they
like
were
as
all
it was a sinkhole and like what? And I was like even looking at it, like what is going on with that bomb? With that carpet.
Well, the carpet
It
was
moved a little
under the
too
bomb.
liquidy.
Well, the carpet was under the bomb, so
I
the
think that might
bomb
have been
dragged it.
CGI or something like that.
Well, maybe, but they were all like frozen, petrified, and feel like, please don't go up, please don't go up, please don't go up.
It went off eventually.
And then, yeah, then
Worst
eventually,
moment.
but they all sighed for a moment, and then, and Indiana Jones was forced to hang in there to like, to like grabbing into her up, like he had to swing over to a ledge and find a way to get.
I mean, there was swinging in the movie, just not with the bullwhip.
No, it involved the noose around his neck. He just had to hang in there for dear life. So the train sequence was your favorite?
Yeah, the train sequence was my favorite. I liked how they noticed that, like, yeah, we have to get off the train as well. And then they jump off the train. That's another train trope or whatever. We're like, we have to jump off the train and fall into the river below. I was going to mention how there could have been a creative death here, where like if they had someone practically like graded off by the tunnel.
Yeah, I can picture that. I'm just like,
no, like
don't put that.
They wouldn't make it.
Don't put that image in my mind.
They wouldn't make it too gory or whatever. They would just probably have him like dragged away by the top of the tunnel.
Okay, I think I have a favorite scene of mine in mind. I think this one is probably my most favorite out of all the scenes. That would probably have to be the scene where Helena Shaw was literally going around talking about what was written on the tablet. And then she would literally outsmarted everyone by like passing a stick of dynamite to Indiana Jones when no one was looking, having him ignite it. And then she just rolled it in front of the main antagonist, and he had to like jump out of the way while another bad guy kicked the dynamite quickly down below into the bottom of the ship. Boom, explosion. Indiana Jones, Teddy, and Helena Shaw, they all quickly take the enemy ship, drive out of there, and then Indiana Jones quickly learns that, the real guide to the tomb of Archimedes was inside the tablet, not what was written on the tablet itself.
Yeah, my honorable mention. I wanted to say another honorable mention. How the guy, how the agent that was on the crutches died, and you can't tell me that he didn't die because he had several bookshelves fall on top of him and he was crashed.
Oh yeah.
What was blood doing? I need to find Indiana Jones. Quick, give me some crutches. Indiana Jones, don't worry, we're not here to kill you.
My intent is that CIA agent is dead. He just, bro, is not getting back up.
He was crushed by some. Okay, they didn't accuse of a murder. They didn't accuse of a murder.
Indiana Jones.
They didn't frame him for murder. He literally did murder somebody.
Well, they were trying to nab him, so he was justified for self-defense. He was like, "Get away from me!"
See how an old man kill those names? No, okay.
Names.
It would be also funny if we headcanon he's dead, but it would be mad funny if the actual canon is that he's in the hospital again.
Like his
Dr.
legs,
Jones!
his legs are now double broken.
His legs are not double.
His leg bones are dust.
It's just, ah! Ah!
Non-existent.
This is my bones. They cannot exist.
We're gonna have to wrap this up, otherwise this is pretty much gonna be 2 hours long, just like the movie.
Sad. Okay, sad death. The pretty black lady died.
Yeah,
She was killed. She was
it
betrayed.
wasn't really sad.
It was sad. She was pretty.
Oh, brother.
The CIA. She had the afro.
She
orange
was working with the bad guy. I don't care. She got what was coming to her because she lowered her guard and she pretty much allowed it to happen. So I'm sorry, but sister had no survival skill whatsoever. She had no survival instincts. They were just non-existent. Just boom, you're dead.
Kind
So I can't really say that I'm sad she died because she brought it on herself.
Most
indifference.
boring moment, in my opinion, was the big guy
Getting drowned because Teddy outmaneuvered him and handcuffed him.
It's smart. I'm not gonna argue that it's smart, but I feel like there could have been more to it. It's missing.
You want more blood. You want more,
not more blood.
You want
creative
more creative death.
It's okay. Yes, death by drowning has not happened, as far as I know. It has not happened in this in the Indiana Jones film series. But
maybe.
I don't know. I don't think it has happened in the Indiana Jones film series. But you know what? But like, I'm just saying they could have gotten a little bit creative with it. Maybe like the eels came back and they started biting at his ribs. It's like, ah!
I don't know how the eels would have gotten back.
I don't know. Eels.
They're like sea eels, like eels living on the sea. These aren't those.
Maybe
freshwater eels.
Maybe, or maybe. Hey, since they had since they had Athena's statue in the den of Dionysus. They could have had snakes coming from Medusa's crest. Just saying. We saw Medusa's
there was
shield.
There was potential. I'm just saying.
And then like if you're going to have a tomb with a lot of protection and
the thing's going on for 2 hours.
I know. But the Indiana Jones film happened for 2 hours, so we'll give it as much same amount.
We are not the Indiana Jones film.
I know, but like, I'm just saying, like
it's closing time, and I want to go home.
It's closing. I know it's past the hour. This is past our bedtime. I want to try.
When it may be past your bedtime, I still have a couple hours left before I have to go to bed.
What I want to finally point out.
That's why I want to go home.
Is like the movie overall lacks creativity.
I mean, the Dial of Destiny was creative.
The
idea of Indiana Jones being able to time travel, that was creative.
So what I don't understand is the spear of Longinus, like how they found out it was a fake and whatnot. It was because
he just knew off rip.
Well, first of all, this, in my opinion, the spear. No, it's not that he knew off rip. It's like
he took one gander at it and he was like, fake.
Well, he touched it, and I think there was a moment where like he thought that the bad guy, the Nazi bad guy, thought it
Yeah.
was fake because it didn't give him incredible power.
Well, no, he only got a momentary glance at it, but even he knew based on the engravings that it was fake. Fake.
It makes me it does make me wonder.
Not enough explanation for some things the characters know, but I feel like that's usually
you
how
should at
these
least
Indiana
tell the audience why would it be fake.
That's usually how these Indiana Jones movies go. So I'm not too hard pressed about that.
Like you could have pointed out that it's that they kind of said like, oh, this is like 50. The Indiana Jones did say like, oh, this is like 50 years ago or stuff like that. But like they could have pointed out why it was fake, and it was because of the bronze.
Yeah. But anyways, I've got this to say before this drags on any longer than it does. We really should wrap things up.
Do we like the movie? What do you think?
I actually believe it's better than Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I found myself enjoying it more than I thought I would. Is it a perfect Indiana Jones movie? No. Is it the best film ever? No. But I think it's an okay film as far as Indiana Jones films go. And that in itself is a victory for Disney. It means they actually managed to pull it off. Were they, was it the most successful thing they could do? I don't know, man. Disney hasn't been working on these kinds of projects for all that long. So they failed with Star Wars.
Well, they were partnered with Paramount.
They were partnered with Paramount and Lucasfilm. So they did the best they could with this. And I feel like it was okay. That doesn't mean like it's the greatest of all time, but I do feel like I sincerely enjoyed this film. But what about you?
Okay. Remember how I said earlier about the flaws of the very beginning or whatnot? This also helped me rank the film itself. No Paramount gag.
Oh man. We had an entire argument about that before, like at the very beginning of the film. We paused multiple times to argue about it.
Films they had some sort of
Paramount, some sort of mountain gag of like this rock or some sort of rock formation or pointy mound of dirt
to pay tribute to Paramount.
Yeah, it's like being in the center of the screen. But when Disney takes over for Dial of Destiny, there's no mountain in the foreground at the beginning. The mountain's in the background.
No, I mean, yeah.
During one of the scenes where they're dragging,
you can barely see. It's like a blink and you miss
the truck.
It's a blink and you miss it.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Mountain, but like it doesn't have that same feel. Again, back to atmosphere. But that was actually that's not a major.
This one doesn't really have the Paramount gag at the beginning, but I feel like that in itself is forgivable for the time being. Unless it comes up later, then it's not. But
my ranking of the movies would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Oh, okay, no.
Basic bitch.
No, okay, no. It would be 1, 3, 2.
You like Temple of Doom better than Crusade?
No, I'm talking about best, worst. Okay.
You like Raiders?
Okay. Yeah. 1.
Call it Raiders because the second film, Temple, is a prequel. So
it doesn't matter. I'm okay. I'm just talking about in release order. 1.
Raiders.
3.
That's Crusade.
2.
Temple of Doom.
4.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. and Dial of Destiny. So
It
your favorite is Raiders of the Lost Ark. I would have to say mine in terms of ranking. Last Crusade, that's my number one.
Uh-huh.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, that's my number two. Temple of Doom, Dial of Destiny, and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. That's my honest opinion.
I know, but I have to disagree with 4 being last because it kept with the theme, it kept with the atmosphere.
It's okay.
The ending.
It's okay for you to
5.
It's okay for you to have that difference of opinion. I'm just saying that's what I feel in terms of whether the movie did well in my opinion or not. Personally, I just felt like I enjoyed Dial of Destiny more than I did Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. That doesn't mean my opinion is not, the be all end all. And it could be subject to change in the future, because we just got off watching this movie. So maybe after like 2 or 3 days, my opinion will change. I'm just saying for the time being, I like Dial of Destiny more than I like Kingdom of Crystal Skull. My opinion is subject to change. I will say that. And it is not, an absolute opinion, meaning
no, I know.
I'm right, you're wrong, get over it.
I'm going to say
what I'm saying is everyone is entitled to their own opinion. You may like what you like. Your like may be different than my like,
Mm-hmm.
His likes are different than yours. You may like it in a different order entirely. Let us know in the comments what you think about Indiana Jones and its movies in general. For all we know, Dial of Destiny could be your number one.
I will say I will say this though.
Sure.
To defend my opinion, just like how he defends his opinion. If you don't place, not place. Sorry, if you have Kingdom of the Crystal Skull in last place, there's something wrong with your opinion. Okay, no,
it's okay. Not a defense. That's attacking people.
Okay,
it's okay if you do have Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
It's okay to be wrong about being in last place. I think that people need to forgive 4. I don't think people need to hate 5. If you want to hate 5, that's fine. I don't hate 5. That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's wrong to place 4 under 5 because it at least sticks
and that's your opinion.
The atmosphere. It at least feels like it's a better, in my opinion, it feels like it is a better ending for Indiana Jones. This film just feels like an unnecessary epilogue in a sense.
In a sense, it could very well be.
And it just doesn't have the same.
I will hand that to you. I just felt like I found myself enjoying it overall more than I did Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
It's like...
And again, my opinion might very well change over the course of the next couple of weeks or so, maybe even a few days from now. It could change overnight when I think about it more. I'm just saying right now, as a fresh off just watching it, I think I enjoyed it more than I did Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Watch how funny it would be if they somehow made Harrison Ford immortal, not AI, not any of the AI crap or whatever.
Yeah.
But watch as they somehow oh hey, Harrison Ford, we can now make you immortal, and they just make 100. They just make Indiana Jones 49, and
Oh God.
Indiana Jones
just-
49.
Yep,
It's
it'll
like a
forever be.
and we're like
Indiana
long
Jones.
gone, but he's like, yeah, right. Indiana Jones is like, no, wait, no, how would that work? It was, Indiana Jones is used. They also explained why they kept Harrison Ford as the actor as well. Anyways, Harrison Ford. No, not Harrison Ford. Indiana Jones is in the 80s, and he's like really old, and people don't know how he's really old, but he's still alive. But
He'll probably.
they found a way to like de-age him with the spear of Longinus.
Longinus.
Well,
He finds the legendary Excalibur.
Or no, that would be
That would be an interesting Indiana Jones.
Well, they might. Well, it might be bad. I don't know.
It depends.
Anyways,
Depends on how it's executed.
well, I feel like if they were to again, I will say this: if you know what they could do, would have Mutt faked his death in Vietnam. I feel like that. I feel like what they could definitely do is definitely have, or they could just have prequels. They have prequel films of like maybe not Harrison Ford acting as Indiana
but
Jones.
a young Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
with
younger.
Harrison Ford's face, like
Yeah.
they did with this film.
Have him explain why he has so many back problems. I mean, we should definitely like.
We're gonna have to watch the series of younger Indiana Jones.
No, we'll have to do it. We'll definitely have to do back pain count if we ever watch all 5 films again. All right, we'll have to do
We'll have to make that into a video and use editing software to do that.
No. We'll just count it entirely how many times he gets hit in the back.
I feel like if we're able to, I want to make a video on that, edit it, and then put up a tally counter like ding ding ding. Ding. Just show the clips on the video where Indiana Jones gets his back absolutely destroyed. Like just him falling. Speaking of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, him falling short, crashing into the Jeep. Damn, I thought that'd be closer.
And then, no, literally in the same movie, we see him get pushed up against the tunnel where his back gets out.
Dial of Destiny, yeah, he just gets shoved up and he's like,
His back is immortal until he's age 70. But anyways, there's a lot of fun moments. There's a lot of enjoyable moments. But did I enjoy it? Do I like this movie or do I hate this movie or not? I loathe it. I just cannot.
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's just not my favorite Indiana Jones film. It's definitely not top
3.
It's no, or it's top 5.
There's only 5 films. All right, you get it.
It's place number 5.
For now, that's just gonna have to be our difference of opinions.
Indiana Jones 6, and
here's hoping that something will come of this, and hopefully, maybe Indiana Jones will, be back with better sequels or better prequels, whichever they do next. Hopefully, the series continues to age well, and they won't ruin this franchise.
No, like Indiana Jones 6 and the 7 Rings of Odin.
Indiana Jones and the Rings of Einherjar.
Yeah, 7 Rings of Einherjar. Yeah.
Einherjar.
Einherjar, yes.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
The set, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
has to be 7.
Okay.
For the 6th film. You caught on, didn't you? You caught on.
Yeah. Shut up. Anyways, so
Yeah.
we're gonna have to end this here.
We can
for
go
now,
on, but-
everyone. We can go on, but yeah, we're just at the end of the day, we're just a couple of crazy brothers offering our opinion about a movie in a franchise that we
That
just
didn't
so
do
happen to
so
like.
well, and it's fine.
Well, I thought it did okay, but in the
No, I'm
meantime,
talking about like
please
overall.
please let us know what your thoughts are about Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny down below in the comments. And if you like this video, please do leave a like, or if you didn't like it, hit the dislike button. Either way, it lets us know what your thoughts are about this type of content. And your likes encourage us to produce more videos like this. But also be sure to hit the subscribe button so that your support helps us on the channel and allows us to do more for the future. And it'll help us get to do more with our channel.
Well,
And make sure you turn on notifications
and
so that you won't miss a beat here on the Random Fandom with myself, being Dominic Rex, and this slime mutt over here, Ravenwood. And now, what did you want to say?
no, for the I've already made the scrapper video for the Transformers collection.
Go check that out if you haven't already.
I haven't published it yet. It's
no, I'm saying once it's published, feel free to check it out.
But soon upcoming, I'll make a video.
Be sure to check out the video on this once it's out.
Part 2 of your video. We'll do.
We'll do
that live stream tomorrow. We'll do that live stream.
This is why you need to turn on notifications so you won't miss any of those videos.
Probably on the same live stream. Well, it would not be his birthday gift. This is just something I bought. Because I found it.
But make sure you turn on notifications so that
join him next stream, which will probably be tomorrow, before the Resident Evil 4 stream. 3. Sorry, before the Resident Evil 3 stream.
I am not doing 2 streams in one day, man. It's one or the other.
We'll have time.
No.
Yeah, we'll have time.
I do not have the energy for 2 streams.
Yeah, no, we'll have time.
It's one or the other.
Okay, fine. We'll do the Resident Evil stream then.
But
but streams we'll have
and then this is one of the reasons why you should turn on notifications.
I have a lightsaber stream that I'll have to cover sometime this month before the month of Star Wars is over.
Just be sure you're on the lookout for that.
Stop it.
And yeah. In the meantime, we'll be seeing you.
Don't go time traveling.
Yeah, time travel is never a good idea. Until next time, everyone. Cheers and much love as always.
Bye-bye.
We tip our hats to y'all.
Stop it. I can tip my own hat.
Tip your hat then.
Bye-bye.
Tip it at y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I'm sickened.